there are people that don't have access to the internet at home. In this digital era, it's important for people to have access to that information because you can't file your taxes really easily anymore. Dealing with the driver's license office, all of that stuff is done online, and some people don't have access to that at home. And we provide that service for free to anybody that comes in. We have computers if they need to get on a computer. You can get a guest pass if you don't have a library card and use it there. The Wi-Fi, there's no password. It's COL library, free to use. You don't even have to talk to me to access that. And it's become a place for people to come and get work done. Like if your internet goes out, they come to the library and they use the Wi-Fi.
All right, we're back to another EDC podcast. We have Dayton Bailey.
Hello.
Dayton Bailey, our librarian, on for today. And we're just going to dive right in. Is there anything, though, at the start of this podcast that you, like, any dates that you want the community to be aware of or anything like that?
So first off, every Wednesday in July, we have our big summer programs. The first one we'll kick off with is Zufari. They've been here before. They've got the animals they bring into the library, so that's going to kick us off. The second one, July 8th, is The Magician, John O'Brien. He's been here before, too. Always a big success. And last year, what we were missing, because I thought I'd booked it, but apparently I hadn't booked it, he also does a bubble party.
Oh,
so
that's
we're going to do
cool.
a bubble party outside the library.
Oh, that'd be
as
fun.
well after The Magician. And then the third week of July, we have Science Heroes coming back.
Yeah.
And the summer reading theme is Unearth a Story. So it's dinosaurs.
Oh, that's fun.
So the Science Heroes are going to do some dinosaur science stuff. So
That's
like
cool.
Fossils and things like that. So I'm excited for that one. And then, because there's actually 5 weeks.
That's right, in July. It's a
5
long
Wednesdays.
month. Yeah.
So for that one, we are going to do a movie marathon and have like ice cream floats from 1 to 3 p.m.
Cool.
Just little things like that. And then our last one, I'm super excited. We've never done this one before.
Okay.
Austin Reptile Show. We're
Oh,
going to have
that's gonna be cool.
lizards and snakes, and they're going to come in the library, and I bet you'll get to touch them if you come.
That's cool. Do you know, so lizards, snakes, like, is it pretty much like a lot of amphibians?
Reptiles.
I said amphibians. My gosh. Reptiles. Like how, so snakes, lizards, pretty much anything.
I guess. What else is a turtles are reptiles, right? Turtles are reptiles.
So. What are amphibians?
Amphibians are like salamanders are amphibians, right?
Gosh. We're gonna go. I want to Google. I'm going to Google. What's an amphibian? What's an amphibian? I don't remember.
I think it has to do with their skin.
I think you're right. 4-limbed vertebrate animals that constitute the class amphibian. Okay, so some examples are, let me see. What's like an amphibian? Give me an amphibian animal. Oh, here we go. Cold-blooded. Oh, frogs. Frogs, toads, salamanders.
It has nothing to do with skin.
No. So amphibians.
Does it have to do with their birth cycle?
Okay, now you're...
Like,
biology was not my best.
Like live birth versus eggs, maybe?
I don't know. That's kind of like... this is completely different, but like marsupials, they're born on the sacs, right? And,
yeah.
Huh. We're
gonna have to
learning.
We're gonna have to go look up reptiles and amphibians.
Go to the library and look this up.
We have books on this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dual life cycle.
Okay.
Skin. You're right. Dual life cycle. Most amphibians have a life cycle that includes both aquatic and terrestrial phases. Skin. Amphibians typically have moist skin that assists in respiration. They're cold-blooded. They breathe through their skin, lungs, gills, and different stages of life.
Gotcha. Mr. Mosley would be so happy that I remembered something from biology class in high school.
Look at that. Look at that. I was not good in biology. Now, when it came to when it came to other things, I was good, but this stuff, no, not so much. Oh, and limbs. They have to have 4 limbs.
Okay.
4 limbs. Bony with cartilage eggs, soft and jelly-like, usually laid in water, like frogs, toads, etc.
yeah.
Anyway, so you're learning
Now
a
you
little
know.
thing. Look at that.
The
Look
more
at
you
us.
know.
The more you know. Look at that. So okay, so you're gonna have the reptiles the last week in July.
Yes, I think it's July 29th. Is that
Bubble
Wednesday.
party. You're gonna have
All
the zoo.
kinds of fun
What
stuff.
what animals are coming to the zoo one?
Oh goodness, they usually have monkey.
Oh.
I think. I think she told me this year she was bringing
Like
a sloth.
like a small monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, they're bringing sloth.
I think she said this year they're bringing a sloth.
Oh, I want to go. I want to go.
You are more than welcome to come.
Like the monkey, like you see like on TikTok and Instagram, like the monkeys that people have as pets, and then they have like the little diaper on them and they're running around, and like, or the ones where they're eating and it's like an ASMR one. Oh gosh, I love it. I'm like, I want a monkey so
And
bad.
you come visit the library and you can see one.
Yeah, so anybody that wants to go and see these things. But two, obviously the library is here for a lot of other things. So, and how long have you been with, well, I guess before we get into all of that, tell us who Dayton Bailey is.
That's me. I'm Dayton Bailey.
She doesn't like coffee? No.
I don't like coffee.
But I'm going to convince her that she does.
I promised Ari I would drink a latte if she brought it to me.
Okay.
And it had to be really sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be
Because-
sweet. I might do Judas Java's Sweet Dreams because that one seems like if you like vanilla
I love
and
vanilla.
stuff, so I might go with that one.
Okay, because I am not, coffee's too bitter. I don't. So Dayton Bailey doesn't like coffee. Is a morning person. We talked about that earlier.
Yes,
too.
we did.
I'm a morning
person
person.
too.
But yeah, I'm graduated here from Luling High School in
Okay.
2009. Went to college, came back, met my husband here in Luling.
Okay.
We went to high school together.
Okay.
High school sweethearts.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, we talked about this one time during city council. Not during, but it was whatever. It was before city council, but y'all have been together for a long time.
Yes, almost 20 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's weird because we've known each other longer than half of our lives at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and his family's from here.
Yeah.
So we've just kind of been here, and
Yeah.
I love Luling. It's my
And you
favorite
had-
community.
And you got your degree in radio.
Yes, my bachelor's is
Radio
in radio television.
radio television.
So yes,
So you're used to being in front of a camera.
I
and
am.
microphone.
I am.
Well, how did you start your radio?
Okay, so let me go back to college.
Okay.
I went into college as a journalism major, changed that at orientation to kinesiology because I thought I wanted to be a volleyball coach.
Okay.
And then I took physical education for young children, and we had to go teach young children. And I walked out of that class and
like,
changed
never
my
mind.
major. Changed my major immediately.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, well, what would I want to do? And I saw sports broadcasting, like Aaron Andrews.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I realized I couldn't be in front of a camera because I talk with my hands. Y'all may have seen me doing that already. I'm trying not to.
Oh, no, go ahead. I usually hit this thing sometimes in the midst of recording.
But I took, in our practicum, we had to do a television side and then a radio side. So I did the radio side, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I would start every show with saying, hey, guys, it's Dayton. And so, like our Patrick, he's been on this before,
Yes.
the city planner.
Yes.
He knew me back then, and he would listen, and he cracks up because sometimes he'll just go, hey, guys, it's Dayton.
Hey, guys, it's Dayton.
So, yeah, that's how I signed on to the radio. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I worked in radio for a couple of years, and then I actually worked at the newspaper for a few years, too. So I did that
Awesome.
journalism side, too.
Was it the newsboy here in town? Oh,
I was the editor of the Newsboy for 2
that's
years.
awesome. I bet that, okay, yeah, that's
Some
rough.
people still think I'm there.
Okay.
And I'm not. I'm not there anymore.
Go to the library and you'll find Dayton.
Yes, I'm at the library now. And this is the best. I love the library. It's my dream come true job.
Yes.
I love it.
I know we were talking before this too of her goal for the year for how many books she's going to read. And I didn't realize, like, I always thought, like, growing up, I was a bookworm. No, I am not Dayton level. Like, there is, like, you're a bookworm and then there's Dayton. Get up to Dayton. What's your goal?
My goal for the year is 140 books. Keep in mind that I have a full-time job.
Yes.
And I am also in school working on my master's degree
You
in
are.
library science. And so far I've read 71. We looked it up before we came in here. So yeah, I do read a lot.
That's so crazy.
But that's so I can give people recommendations when they come into the
Well, I
library.
know that makes you perfect, you know, and because you've been at the library for
almost 2 years. In September, it'll be 2 years.
Almost 2 years. And so it makes her perfect. You know, not only obviously do you have a passion for books.
I do have a
that
passion
helps.
for books.
And two, that helps with, you know, I've talked about this a couple of times on the podcast, and like the digital era, you know, there is something about like going to a library or, you know, and opening up the book and actually reading.
So, and there are people that will come in, and we do offer ebooks through an app called Libby.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me, no, I want a hard copy. I want the hard copy. So, yeah, there's still people that just like that feeling of the book in their hands.
Yes.
I do both. I read on my Kindle and I read
a
hard copy.
Yeah. But I like hard copies. There's something, I mean, I have Kindle as well, but I prefer to do a hard copy. So, and then how did you kind of get into, well, thankfully you being the librarian, but how did you like transition from the newsboy to the library?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't go immediately.
Yes.
I had a job in between. Yeah. I actually worked for Edward Jones.
Oh.
Finance.
Okay.
Stuff. Not on the finance side, on the administration side.
Okay. Okay.
So I did that for 3 years, and I loved that job as well.
Yeah.
If the library job in Luling had not opened up, I probably would still be there.
Yeah.
It's just the library job in Luling was like the dream.
It was the dream job.
It was the dream job.
And you're living your dream, which is great.
I am.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And then two, we were talking a little bit about before we started recording. Usually sometimes with summer, I don't have any kind of library experience, but you were talking about how many people come in the library and how impressed you've been with the attendance.
So typically our average numbers, like during the year since I've been here, I've seen it steadily going up. But we average 40, 45 maybe. And I was telling Ari, and I actually spoke at council last night about this. This week, I guess I call it the first week of summer because it's like the first week of June.
Right.
I guess technically it's the second week of June. Anyway, we've seen over 60 people, at least 60 people every day. I think Monday it was like 60, Tuesday it was 66. Wednesday, because summer camp came and visited us, it was like 93. Then yesterday it was 78.
Yeah.
And when I left today to come over here to do this, it was already at like 20. So we're seeing people come in, and
that's pretty impressive.
We like it. I try to talk to everybody that comes in, say hello, and people are used to me talking to them.
So. Well, yeah, and we're talkaholics. We like to talk.
I do like to talk. That is something, that we are very good at.
Yes, we are very good at talking. There's a hair floating around, and I got it. See that? You probably can't. Well, one of the things that we kind of touched on, it's back. I wear hair like an adornment. It's just always, with animals. Why do you believe that libraries remain so important in this digital world?
There are people that don't have access to the internet at home. It's just too expensive.
Even in this digital era.
In this digital era, it's important for people to have access to that information because you can't file your taxes really easily anymore.
Right.
Most of that stuff is done online. Dealing with the driver's license office, all of that stuff is done online, and some people don't have access to that at home.
Yeah.
And we provide that service for free to anybody that comes in. We have computers if they need to get on a computer.
Yeah.
For free. They don't have to. You can get a guest pass if you don't have a library card and use it there. The Wi-Fi, there's no password. It's COL library, free to use. You don't even have to talk to me to access that. But yeah, and it's become a place for people to come and get work done. Like if your internet goes out, they come to the library and they use the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's out there too. But I have
depends.
to put a sign on the door that says, I'm sorry, the
Wi-Fi's gone. Towers are down or something's going on.
Yes. Well, and thankfully, the computers are hardwired, so they're not connected to the Wi-Fi, and it uses a different provider. So if like Spectrum goes down, like I think on the back end, that's what we use, or there's a difference. So it's not necessarily out in one way if it goes down.
Yeah.
So,
and two, I was thinking just now when you're talking about it, like, even though we're talking about digital, also too, just like the community aspect of just coming to the library and being able to connect with people instead of just like utilizing the phone to connect, coming with groups or having, like you have, we were talking about this, your creative writing.
Yes. We started a creating writing class last month, end of May. It's last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And, it's just one of those things, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I used to write all the time. I worked at the paper.
Her phone was dinging.
Yes. It's actually my Apple Watch. I'm like, how can I turn this off?
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay.
So I used to write all the time at the newspaper, and then I kind of got out of it. And then I started doing it again when I started working on my master's degree. So I've gotten out of the habit of writing, but I've had people say they wanted to write, just get stuff out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Creativity. And so we started this little writing thing. We had a couple of people come in, and we all started writing different little stories. Mine was about I imagined it as like a juvenile fiction book where it's like a magical cauldron and it can tell you exactly what you need.
Yes.
And this little kid needed adventure, so it's gonna send him on an adventure. And then one of us was writing about their book club and what they do at their book club and how their book club, they just are so entertaining. And then the third was writing about the feelings and the aftermath of their child's suicide. Oh, so wow. And we sat there and we talked about these stories and we went through it, and
it almost becomes like a therapy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's those stories that everyone has a story,
right?
Some of them are real life, some of them are fiction in my case, but we found it so cathartic to just sit there and talk about it and go through these things. And even if a story's hard, that doesn't mean it's not worth being told.
Yeah.
So everybody's story deserves to be told, in my opinion.
But, that's true. That's really cool. One of the things I was thinking about whenever you were talking is what is there? Because I don't know. Is there a program that exists or could in the future because we're talking about how like Patrick going through his I think that's his master's program, I think.
He's wanting to go to grad school.
And he was doing the statement of purpose, and it's like, oh man, I got to get back into, it's like back into that. Is there a program currently, or is that something we could?
We could definitely do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the thing, like, I am not a professional writer.
Yeah.
But I could get somebody.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Texas, we could probably get with Texas State and have somebody come and talk to us about these things. Yeah. And it'd probably be worthwhile. So yeah.
Because I know during, like, for example, when we do like our workforce, like for Juniors Day, we had a soft skills training where we were, helping students with resumes and applications, just different things to make them pop, or just skills that they need, and then too, again, going back to the digital era, it's so easy just to be like, hey, ChatGPT, can you help me write a resume? But then doing it yourself, is completely different. But anyway, going back to like statement of purpose or being able to write again,
like a cover letter and stuff like that.
Yeah. Where it's like because like in college, we were talking about this in college now, like they have a way to be able to tell if
everything.
You've used AI. And so still having those skills is very important.
Oh, yes. Like on every course that I've taken, because my master's degree is completely online. It's through LSU. I should be done in December.
Yay.
Yay.
We'll have a party.
Yes. Going to New Orleans.
Oh, that'll be all right. Dayton. She likes to have fun.
I do. And so, like, every course has, like, the disclaimer of, like, do not use AI, do not use ChatGPT, Copilot, any of these things unless specifically stated in your course. And I was telling Ari and Derek and Patrick earlier, I feel like they can definitely tell just by reading it, because When I write, I ramble like I tend to do in front of a microphone. That's that radio in me. But so they probably read this and they're like, oh, she did not use AI.
Yeah, no,
No.
This is just Dayton.
This is just Dayton. Hey, guys, it's Dayton. Maybe I should start every paper with that.
Hey guys, it's Dayton. That's like your tagline.
Yeah.
That's just what how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I feel like I would be the same, like because I ramble, and everybody that knows me knows I'm a rambler. There's sometimes whenever I can be, kind of more to the point, very linear, but man, I can ramble.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing to be able to do.
Good gab.
Yeah.
A gabber.
The gift of gab is very important.
Yeah, as somebody would say, there's people that can talk or have that conversation. Really, you have a woo factor. You can keep people keep people engaged in the conversation.
I can do that. The problem is sometimes I do it at the library and people will come in and they'll talk and we'll talk and then I'm like, I have stuff I need to do.
Yes.
But they just want to keep going and I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm okay.
Yeah, then you have to like stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
like,
it.
How?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to stop it, but I'm like, I really need to go run this report for city council.
Yeah, you're like, I've got stuff I gotta do. I can't gab all day. Are there any resources currently at the library for like job seekers and stuff?
So we've had Workforce Solutions come in and provide job help and stuff like that. We didn't have very good attendance for that. If you're interested in that, I can definitely please let me know. Come to the library, send me an email. It's on the website.
Yeah.
And let me know, and I can have them come back and do this. But we have that. If we're not busy, I will sit down with people that come in that need help building resumes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not by myself. I can't be by myself because if I'm by myself, I have to run the desk and do everything else. But if someone else is there and we're not busy, I have no problem sitting at the computer.
I wonder if we could do
people.
like workshops or something.
We could definitely
like that.
do that. We have computers at the library. We can sit them all down and handle that. But it's just I have no problem sitting down with anybody and helping them. I cannot do anything with personal information.
Right.
But I have no problem. I've helped somebody with a resume within the last few months. They came in and needed help, and we got them taken care of.
I wonder if that's something that we could like do is like almost creating like, I want to call them cohorts, but like, like these smaller kind of groups where then workforce or somebody from them can come in. So that's not taking you away, but you're there to just kind of like shadow or help if there is that needed.
Oh yeah, we could definitely look into that.
Because doing it at the juniors day is super helpful, but it is, it's a 45-minute session, and we had 2 schools there, and so it was good exposure for them to help kind of, push them in the right direction when preparing those documents that are needed for college. But I'm wondering if doing those kind of smaller workshops would.
Oh, I guarantee it would be helpful and beneficial. We just need people to come in and
do it
and tell us they need it.
I'm gonna put that on my list.
Yes, put it on your list.
My list of to-dos. Because that's a good idea. Good idea, Dayton. Look at us planning together, planning the future together.
Yes.
I'm gonna add that to my note. Do you have any questions for me while I sit here and do that?
Oh,
what's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color?
I do love green and I do love blue, but green is probably my favorite. And this is where I get kind of like, but it's a specific green because it's not lime green. It's like elvish green, like from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Like forest green.
Yeah.
Very serene, peaceful, quiet, which is so different from my personality. But yeah, green. Green is my favorite color.
Green is my second favorite color.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Uh-huh.
I'm a purple.
You like purple.
Purple.
Workforce Solutions, got it. And then we're gonna do workshops.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, purple, loud. Where I went to college, SFA was purple. LSU is also purple.
Yes.
Ray hates that it's LSU, but he'll get over it. We're still an Arkansas household. I tell him all the time, I don't root for LSU in anything.
Did he go to Arkansas?
He went to Arkansas.
Oh.
So I was like, Arkansas does not offer an online option for this program. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to suck it up and deal with it.
LSU, because they're
rivals, yes.
Okay.
They battle. So,
Because it's Tigers, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So Arkansas and LSU football, they battle for the boot because Arkansas and LSU standing up, it looks like a boot. So their
Yes.
trophy is the boot. And the last time Arkansas won the boot, Ray and I were actually there in Fayetteville, and we stormed the field, and I almost got impaled on one of those bike racks that had tipped over.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I could have died.
Yeah.
But I didn't, thankfully.
Yeah,
obviously.
you're still here today.
I'm still here.
You're still here today.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last time, because Arkansas has been historically bad at football since like 2014.
Yeah, I kind of pay attention. I mean, not so much anymore. I was like on a sports like high for a while, but then I kind of came down from. I used to follow the Spurs, Texas Longhorns. I'm not like I know Pat is an Aggie, but
yeah, let's not talk about that.
But I was always my dad. So growing up, my dad worked for the football team, the Longhorn football team. So I was always at
very
games.
cool.
I bled burnt orange. That died out, later on in life. But I lived and breathed Texas football. So I was always in the
very nice.
So that A&M rivalry was very,
Yeah. We don't hold the Aggie thing against Patrick, but it is the worst thing about him. I think his wife would probably say the same thing.
She's
a Longhorn.
She's a Longhorn.
She's a Longhorn.
Yeah, that's really funny.
So yes.
Well, going back to workforce a little bit.
Oh, yes.
It's too because I think we're finishing the last couple of students, but Boys and Girls Club had been meeting at the library.
Yes, they came in and did their Tesla
Yes.
introductory workshops at the library, and they had kids coming in every week to meet and go over stuff. They'd meet at the library to take them to Tesla to inspect it or visit it and do all the things. And so we're meeting place, anything you need.
Yeah, I know, and that's one thing I was gonna say, because even on like at the after work hours, Kingdom Rescue organization I'm a part of, we've met and done like kitten workshops there. So they have the space.
We have space for meeting rooms. We don't have any. The biggest downfall, I don't know if that's the right word, of our library is, and the biggest thing I'm asked about is private rooms where people can meet just privately in their own little, and we just don't have the space for that. And it's, I wish I could find a solution for that, but the only thing we could really do is build, and
you'll have
we're
space to build?
No.
Oh, because y'all are street locked.
We're street locked. There's personal houses
around the corners.
Yeah, we'd have to go up.
That's possible. I'm like, even though that's a historical. I mean, it's a historical build. Like, so the Nichols family, they were in charge of.
So JB Nichols.
History.
JB Nichols was the mayor at the time, and he was a big advocate for the library system. His wife, Mamie Jane, also.
Yeah.
The library's named after Mr. Nichols, and we're right there.
Yep.
But yeah, they were instrumental. I believe the library building was built in 1969.
Dang.
Yes.
Okay.
And there has been an addition on the back where genealogy is.
Okay.
And the genealogy, they came in and paid for all of that themselves and are housed there.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're a separate entity from us. They're not affiliated with the city of Luling at all. They're just there.
Well, you could go up.
We'd have to go up.
You'd have to go up. I'm wondering what that would look like.
I'm wondering how much that would be. 'Cause it's a lot of money. That's a lot.
I got things going on in my head.
I'm like, oh goodness. But yes, that's the biggest thing we're asked about is
like
private
you could
rooms.
have like the meeting rooms and like office space on the top.
You could, and then we could take out that part, but then you'd need a desk downstairs at least.
You would.
But yeah.
Future goals. And on that, what are some of your goals that you have for the library?
Okay. Right now, my biggest goal is to improve the entryway.
Okay.
It would need to be grant funded. That is my plan. But because the building was built in 1969, there weren't ADA compliant factors in place.
Yes.
So right now it's just a door, and you have to pull or you push. Yeah. It's not very wide.
So you need like an automatic door.
We need an automatic door, and it needs to be wide enough. I'd like to see handrails. There's a lot of things I would do to improve the entryway to the library. That's my number one goal. And other than that, one of my big goals I just accomplished actually was bringing color printing to the library, and we just got that done last month. Actually, at the council meeting last night, I mentioned this. I went back and looked at our statistics for May 2025 to May 2026. And printing services last year, 2025, brought in $110 to the library. Adding that color for just that month, we brought in over $400.
Makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference, and it's something people were wanting and they needed. Yeah. So that makes me very happy.
But too, it's nice, because like obviously some people may think of like big box of going and printing, right? Office Depot, Office whatever. They can go right to the library to print.
Exactly. And it's, we don't do anything fancy, but we can print off. Like the first week we had the machine, the CFPO organization called, and they were like, can we print 750 copies of this in color? Yeah. And I was like, yes, we can definitely do that now. And so we did that, and they appreciated that they could do it local. We've been seeing a lot of Thump Queen candidates.
Come print.
Thump is right around the corner. But they've been coming in.
Which we're going to get into in a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm probably more nervous for that part than this part.
Oh, what? Okay, keep going. Thump candidates.
But the Thump candidates would come in and print stuff. And then I had one of the moms tell me that they were driving to Lockhart to go to Walgreens to print in color. And it was like over $1 a page. Yeah. It's 25 cents a page to print color at the library.
Yeah.
So
that's good to know.
Yes.
Just go to the library.
Just go to the library.
And two, like, I think this is where I wouldn't say I date myself because we're still young. So you graduated in 2009. So
yes,
you're 90s,
I'm older than you.
You're a 90 baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I was born in 91.
I was born in 91.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, because you're in the late part of 91.
November.
You're in November.
What are you?
I'm a January.
Aha. Okay.
So fun fact, Patrick and I are actually 364 days apart. His birthday's the day before mine.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, 360. So we're the same age for one day.
That's really funny. How funny that he's like best friends with your husband.
Yes. Yes, I've known Patrick for a long time.
That's crazy. 300. Wow.
We tend to celebrate our birthdays together.
Y'all probably celebrate them together being so close.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny. Okay, so 1091. What was it? Oh, this is what I was getting to. See, this is where I ramble. So is the nostalgia of libraries in this era that we're kind of living in. I think of so anytime that I ever wanted to go, not really research, but go and read and everything, the library was like my first choice. I grew up in Buda, would go to the Buda Library. But then even whenever I was at Texas State, because I'm a Bobcat, Alcac Library. I always went to Alcac. Anyway, so the library is just nice to be able to.
Yes, it's nice to just come and be peaceful.
Yeah.
Because it is typically a peaceful place. Sometimes when those after school kids get in there, they can get a little rowdy, but I usually tell them, hey, there's people working, calm down. Sometimes if there's nobody in there, I do let them play hide and seek as long as they don't run. As long as there's no one else in there, but that rarely happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a place. When I was young, I grew up in Cuero. Before I moved to Luling, I lived in Cuero. And I would beg to go to the library. I just loved the library. I could still see it in my mind. It's completely different now. They got all that oil money and they rebuilt it, and it's completely different. But I could still see the entryway. I can still remember where you walked. I still remember the room where they had their programs. Aww. I remember exactly where the bathrooms were. I remember everything about that library, and I fell in love with it. And that's one of the things I hope, another one of my goals, I guess, to instill on the kids that come in. I want them to realize the library is a safe place for them to be, and that, yes, there's books here, but, there's also other stuff that we do if they need anything, we're
Yeah.
here to help them.
Right.
And so I hope I do that. I think I do.
Yeah,
But
more than just like, I think in today's like, way to say it's like, oh, there's resources, but you like, it's like you're there for the kids.
Yes.
You're there for the young adults.
So one of my friends of the library members likes to comment about how because the Friends of the Library meets at the library. She said she realized it was a good place for the kids when the kids came in after school and they all came and gave me a hug. Like immediately they're like, Miss Dayton, hi, come give me a hug. I still have one that will hug every time before she leaves. She comes and gives me a hug. Like, hey, she sees me every day. But it's just those things. Like, I just want these, I'm there. If they need anything, I'll do everything I can to help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's good to have.
Good to
have. So let's switch gears to the Watermelon Thump.
Okay, if you want to. No, I'm just kidding.
Really
I love the thump.
It really
I really love
just
the
a
Watermelon
rundown.
Thump.
So what are, like, obviously, like, we have, so run me down with, like, Thursday, Friday, like, so coronation.
So
Thursday.
Technically we kick off with the Melon weigh-in.
Okay.
Thursday. Kicks everything off. We've actually moved the time for Melon weigh-in. It used to be like 5 o'clock, 5:30. We've moved it back because we want it to coincide a little bit more closely with the coronation because everyone comes to see the queen crowned. Yes. Everyone loves the Watermelon Thump queen.
Yes.
So we moved that back to hopefully get some eyes on the weigh-in as well.
Gotcha.
Then we crown the queen, and then we just have music. Thursday night, I like to think of as local night.
Yes.
You see everybody. Everybody local comes out, and it's just like a big reunion.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yes.
It's a nice base to lay it down for the rest of the weekend.
Other people getting set up and everything, like vendors are coming in.
Everything should be set up.
Okay.
By the time we open, gates open at 5. Technically, there's the streets are fenced off, but there's no charge or anything for Thursday.
Yeah.
So typically at 5 o'clock, everything should be raring to go.
Okay.
And then Friday, same thing, 5 o'clock, although there is a charge. Friday, it's $5. You can get buttons at the banks, $7 buttons at the banks. But it's typically one of our dance nights, Tejano music, typically on Friday. It's very successful. We are a largely Hispanic community, and they love it. It's a very good thing. I'm glad we switched that up to offer that, and it's been successful.
A lot of people come out for it.
A lot of people come out for it. And then Saturday is the big day. We start off
parade.
That's the parade, and that's personally what I'm in charge of, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love getting up in the morning, 5 o'clock, and go. And
when do cars start lining up and everything? Because people will go and put their chairs down early in the morning.
People will go out Friday night and put chairs out to get their spot for the Thump Parade. So we typically have cars start lining up at 7. Everyone has to be in spot by 9:15, I believe it is. I need to go back and read the rules because I haven't done that for this year yet. And I forget a lot. Time. Yeah.
But too, if you're changing some things.
But we kick off the parade promptly at 10 o'clock, and usually it's done by noon. And then the festival grounds open. We have the melon eating, like at 12:30, 1 o'clock. We have the auction that day. We have World Championship seed spitting. Then we have the dance that night. And then Sunday, we kick things off with the car show.
The car show is pretty cool.
And we have a salute to veterans and the music that goes all day. Yes. Tiffany Dawn is Sunday again this year. She's been here for a few years now, and everyone really likes her. So
awesome.
We're excited.
That's good.
That's a brief rundown.
I think that's very informative for everybody that has questions about times, where, place, all of that.
Yes. And we try to make it easy for people to find the information as well. Usually, if you have any questions at the Watermelon Thump, we all walk around with director shirts. You can ask any of us a question, and if they don't know the answer, they should. But if they don't, they can find somebody that can tell you the answer. So,
okay. And then, so Thursday, so you said you're moving back the weigh-in closer to the coronation at
yes.
7. What time was the weigh-in again?
I think it was at 5:30,
Okay.
but it's 6.
6 o'clock.
6:15.
How many people do usually come out for a weigh-in?
So, like, to watch it, or how many melons grow?
Melons.
Okay, so in years past, we've had a whole bunch. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is melon growers are getting up in age, and people aren't stepping up to do it. So I think this year I actually went and checked the melon fields, because we have to go check, because there are requirements for the melon, for the World Championship melon.
Okay, go into this. I've never heard this before.
Okay, so in order to grow and enter the auction for the World Championship melon, you have to buy a ticket, and you have to have plant at least 4 acres. And that, like, there's all these rules. And we have to go check the fields to make sure 4 acres of watermelons have been planted, that there's no, like, that they're still on the vine. We have to do all of these things.
That's crazy.
So I actually did that last Saturday. Last Saturday we went and checked fields, and I think he said there were 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We drove all around. We started out on Union Hill Road and drove around through Harwood and down by 10 and ended up in Leesville, and then came back.
Okay, so do like people that are submitting, or I don't know, in entering their melons, do they usually like have to fill out an application? Here's the address of the 4 acres, like the whole 9 yards?
Yes, and Bubba Damon is in charge of the melon growing, and if you have any questions about it, contact Bubba. And he knows all about it. I know a little bit, but not that much.
Dang.
I try to learn, but yeah, you have to grow 4 acres.
That's intense.
Mm-hmm. We've actually had to disqualify people because they did not plant 4 acres of watermelon in the past, because they thought they could get away with it. But yeah.
It's serious.
It's serious.
I thought, like, you think of like watermelon growing and everything for this, and the weigh-ins, you're like, okay, people are just vegetable garden, 4 acres.
4 acres. We do have something we started last year, was the backyard growers, and that's for people that just want to try to grow a watermelon in their backyard. Yeah. And my husband does it. If you drive by my house, there's a garden in the front yard where he grows his watermelons. Yeah. He's got watermelons, vines all in the front yard. Yeah, so
it's a serious gig.
Yeah, last year I think his melon was like 25 pounds or something.
Dang.
He's got some big ones in there this year.
How big was the last year's, the winter?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to.
Oh, I don't want to like.
We've had melons over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
easy.
I'm wondering if I remember seeing them in the window, because y'all display them.
They're displayed in the oil museum window. Yes,
yeah. I remember, and I was like, oh, and there was 2 people. Like, the day that I was at the museum was the day that they were coming to get their melons, and they had to get a couple people to carry them.
So when we went and checked fields, there was one field in particular. I was like, because these farmers, when they see these melons and they can tell which ones are getting bigger, they'll start babying them. They'll put them in cages so the deer don't get them. They'll cover them, baby powder. They have all kinds of tricks. So we went out in the field, and I was like, I see these being. So I walked over there. Holy moly! This man had some huge watermelons already. I was like, oh my goodness! And they're like, Dayton, can you tell which one's the biggest? I said, I think it's that one, but you don't know until they get weighed. But,
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Those huge melons are like.
They're big.
Huge.
And I know people, locals, like, will go and look, and they'll be at but it's big.
They're big. They get big.
They're huge.
Yes.
That's
over 100-pound watermelons. Yes.
And then seed spitting.
Seed spitting.
I always do this. I always seed spitting. Can you sign up the day of, or
you have to sign up day of? The registration starts 30 minutes before.
And there's individual and team, right?
So yes,
Pat on team.
I was on Pat's team. I was on Pat's team when we won second place. Yes.
She's like, I'm coming for first.
We have. I'll tell you that in a minute. But so seed. I was about to say seed spitting.
Yes.
World Championship is Saturday. Kids seed spitting is Friday. 5 o'clock in our new spit way, which is under the pavilion or between the pavilions. And then World Championship is Saturday, and then team is Sunday. And so if you're a former world champion, you automatically qualify.
Yeah.
So they keep that's a separate list, but anyone can sign up for the other one. And then team is usually pretty competitive. I have historically in years past, I have a seed spitting team. We're all females, and we were matching shirts. We've never won. We've gotten third place so many times. You know how many times you get a trophy for third place? 0. We give trophies for first and second. Everything else like the world championship they get first through third trophies, but adult team seed spitting, no,
Dayton's
it's only first
accolades.
and second. So we've gotten third place so many times.
Yeah.
Well, the year we won, we had a couple of my friends couldn't come that we usually seed spit with. And so we decided, okay, Ray and Pat can step in. And it was me and Tori, and then Pat and Ray. And we got second. And I was like, oh, Hannah and Chelsea are going to be so mad. So, yeah. But we got second place. Yeah. We're always gunning for first, always.
Well, naturally. Always. You want that first place trophy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he, and then what other thing that he had? I was like, you need to hang that. Oh, Ragin' Cajun.
Yes.
Gumbo? Was it the gumbo?
Yes. So Pat and I are actually on the same Ragin' Cajun team.
Yeah,
and we got
team.
Yes. We got first place in gumbo and jambalaya. I cooked the jambalaya, Pat cooked the gumbo. We got first place in both.
That is awesome.
And I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your first time doing it?
Cooking jambalaya, yes. I've never cooked jambalaya.
First time's a charm.
And I don't know what those judges were thinking, because I did not think it was that good. It did not deserve to win.
Obviously you did. The judges were like, dang, this is good.
There's something magic. I made it with love. They could taste it, I guess. I don't know.
Cajun love.
I don't know. They were like, oh, they could taste some LSU in there. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that good,
There's
but they did.
Louisiana Cajun in there.
I have no clue, but it did.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap up here. I don't know. What time are we at?
Just about 15 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Do you have any questions or anything?
I do. I get to ask you questions now.
As we close.
Okay.
Oh
Ari.
Hey, this is Dayton.
Hey guys, this is Dayton. Sitting here with Ari Arias.
Yes, I'm
EDC
here.
Director.
Yes.
For the city of Luling.
Yeah. A year in.
Okay.
It was a year on the 2nd.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Even though it's a year.
Are you happy with the way this year has gone? Are you excited for the way things are going? What can you tell us about where things are going?
Yes. It was, I don't have an EDC background. I came from the legal world, and so there's things in the legal world that make more sense, but economic development, I kind of fell in love with it. I became a board member, so I served on the board, and it wasn't until I really went to a sales tax workshop that then it kind of lit a flame, because I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much that's out there for cities, through EDC corporations. And so, that kind of just lit the flame. I threw myself into economic development. And then when I was offered the position when Trey retired, I grabbed it. I didn't know what I was really getting into at all. And but at the same time, I had such a flame that was lit that I was like, I'm ready to just dive in. It was kind of, a little bit like I threw myself. Usually people are like, well, I don't want to throw them into the lion's den, or whatever, or give it to them through a fire hose.
Yeah.
I did that to myself. I did that to myself, throwing myself in. But I will say that I do feel that I'm confident in what has been accomplished this year. I'm grateful that this year we've been able to help 20 students or 18 to 21-year-olds with connecting them with Tesla. I mean, that's
so important.
Yeah. I mean, especially because this is a lower kind of class area. There's sometimes there are resources that aren't available to kids between 18 and 21. And so being able to provide that service with the Boys and Girls Club and connecting them to this career pathway, I was like, it's 20 more that are now going to be getting a higher wage, and connecting them to even maybe it becomes a, an open door from, a better, whatever job in the future. And then two, as we're talking about workforce, just being able to continue to partner with Workforce Solutions. I was familiar with Workforce Solutions, Rural Cap, before coming into the role because of grants, because I was the grants administrator, still do grants, but grants administrator for the city. And so being able to partner with them to do the job fairs and the career fairs that we've done, exposing kids from middle school to maybe what jobs are out there and locally. And then two, helping juniors prepare for college, showing them also what jobs are in the area. And then two, all the while doing those things, I was doing regional job fairs. So I partnered with different cities and EDCs. And so we did Buda, San Marcos, Kyle, Lockhart, and Luling. And so we hit on pretty much our region. So 5, 6, 7, that's 7 job fairs, workforce kind of initiatives, and then plus the Boys and Girls Club. And two, I didn't know how much I would really actually love workforce, and developing these things and working with regional partners. But being able to help plug people in, whether that's, new jobs or just providing them with resources or helping kids, because I do love kids and young adults, even though they, sometimes may drive people crazy. There is such this desire that they have, and it's like, I want to fan a flame and like send them on their way. And so, I would say for the EDC of this year, and then two, just being able to build out the website, being able to connect with the, like Crossbow and different companies here. It's been great. It's not for the faint-hearted, at all.
I'm sure it's not. I do not envy you or your job at all.
Because too, like, one of the things, like, you have to be kind of innovative and try to think outside the box. So not only are you like, okay, let's do, all these kind of job fairs or career fairs and whatnot, but on the other end, you're getting RFIs from the governor's office. And looking at land. And so that's where like Pat and I work close together. I'm like, hey, let's look at the layout of the land, layout of Luling, and see what spots are available. Like, anyways, can't get into all that. But RFIs from the governor's office is a whole different thing. And then two, just, trying to help figure out what programs that we could develop as an EDC. Like, we do have one, the retail incentive program, but it's like, what else can we provide? Because that's, something with the sales tax revenue, we get a third portion from the city. That's part of the agreement that, whenever we became a corporation, you get a third of the sales tax, but that's purposed to pour back into the city. And so, what other programs can we develop that's going to benefit,
Yeah. And it's so important. I feel like some people may not understand that it's not as simple as snapping your fingers and a McDonald's popping up. It's not. No. You have to do a lot of you do a lot of work to try to get stuff. Get businesses here in the community, and she's working on it.
Yeah,
be patient. Be patient.
I appreciate that.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
And so, and I appreciate that because, especially living in a microwave society, everything is at the snap of the fingers. Like, you go for a Google search and you have your answer, or you want to look for a recipe on Pinterest, you have your answer. But like these things, it still takes time. It still takes planning. It takes, the utilities there? What exactly do they need? How much square footage do they need? How much acreage do we need? Oh, you need AEP, or is it Blue Bond? All these different things that go into it. There's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work to lay down. It's not. I know we're in an age. You said, we're in an age where everyone just expects something at a snap, and that's not how it works. Unfortunately, I wish.
Yeah, and so too, it's because I've been the sole I've been just one department person. I contracted out with a couple of companies just to help, but that doesn't mean that I don't have the work. So sometimes they will ask me like, hey, can you give me this data? so then I can run and connect with these different retailers, etc. And I'm like, sure. So I have, they have the programs or the software to be able to do that, but I still have to do like my part.
Yeah.
Right? They only know so much about the community. Like I'm like the
You're
eyes,
here.
the ears, and everything.
Your boots on the ground here.
Yeah. And so sometimes, like, for example, whenever we first contracted with Retail Coach, we drove around with them because they don't, they may have driven through Luling, stopped at, City Market for barbecue, but they don't know, like, where's the wastewater treatment plant? Where are the lift stations? Where is all those things? And so it's like showing them the layout. They do like the thing where they put things on their map so they have, but they still need information from me. And I still need to know a lot in order to help them and in order to even like sell Luling. It's like, why is Luling a great place to set up shop here? Why do people want to move to Luling? Like, I feel like the best way that I could describe my job, and it sounds so kind of like silly to say it this way, but I think it's the best way to describe it, is like, I feel like I'm the salesperson for Luling.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Like I'm the one selling Luling, and trying to attract businesses, attract people to come. I'm not like obviously a tourism director, but even still, it's like, what makes Luling great? Like, what do we offer? And so that's part of my job, is like being able to like house everything and then go, here's Luling on a platter, in the most like concise way, but also an alluring way to people be like, yeah, I want to go to that oil town. Nice. Like, like, oh, Zedler Mill, like, what is Zedler? Like, oh, I can have events there, or I can do this there. So anyways, and then getting them down to that downtown to be able to see the museum, or the library, it's like, what makes Luling great, and of course that's the people, the community, and the things that we're able to offer. It's nice, that we're a crossroads to everywhere, but I want people to stop. Like, I want people to know about the downtown businesses. You've got Swoonworthy, you've got Judas Java, you've got just a plethora of different places, and sometimes people just drive on. I don't want them to drive through, and I don't want them just to stop at Buc-ee's. I mean, that's great. No. Stop at Buc-ee's,
But also, go get the steak bavette at In Good Spirits. That is my favorite. I dream about that steak bavette. You don't understand.
Yes,
we've had this conversation before, and I'm like, give me the steak.
Go to In Good Spirits.
Go to In Good Spirits.
Yeah, In Good Spirits is a great place to go eat. And so, so they're like I feel like I'm the salesperson for Luling. But going back to kind of how you were, asking, like, I feel like I have, I have done what I wanted to do in my first year, and I can confidently say that. But I have so much more I want to do. And so that's why, too, that I went to the board and then into city council, and I was like, I want to hire 2 people so that we can continue to expand, And so thankfully that was approved. And so now I feel like it's like, let's do this. Like, it's
awesome.
Like we're just now we're cooking. So,
I love it. Well, you're doing great.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Dayton.
Thank you for answering my question.
Is there anything else?
This has been Dayton Bailey with Ari Arias.
And we're done. Let's Talk Luling is what it's called, too. So yeah. Well, anyway, so like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Go plug yourself into the library, and go to the different events that they're going to be having, because I'm going to go.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So anyways, if you have any questions about the library, Dayton's your best contact. And, any questions you have, feel free to email us, send us a message, but definitely like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. And I'll see you next time.